now. Also a lot of off meta, at least in the Philippines. And then, um, I'm gonna be apologizing in advance if I'm always saying about something about meta and stuff when you feel when you feel like I'm saying something wrong. Maybe it's not. It's just that now applicable from our country. But I'm seeing a lot of, for example, a lot of Hanzo has been played in Indonesia, maybe a month prior to when it was used in the Philippines, which just tells us that Indonesia has their own meta that can also be applied in the Philippines, but obviously will be available or will be prominent in other parts of Asia before us. And I don't know if Baksha and Lunox is like the go-to stuff for Malaysia for now, but at least from where we stand, we rarely see the Baksha anymore as well as the Lunox.
Yeah,
Nevertheless, the opposing side, pretty standard stuff.
pretty
Yeah.
standard indeed, and it's the safer composition here. But the heroes that you have to look out for is gonna be Fong Ni on that Atlas. And
Mm-hmm.
on the side of Bosskurr, we need to take a look at the Natalia and the Ling at the same time.
Mm. You know what? This is gonna be scary because it's still Kimmy, and Kimmy's still very easy to kill. And with Italian Ling, you'll never run out of like assassination prowess. Maybe the one that I'm really interested about is how will they use this Lunox? Is this actually a core Lunox, or is this like more like a utility support Lunox with that's really, I would say, overwhelming when it comes to damage? It might be a support Lunox. So I've seen this before. It was also used by some teams here in the Philippines, and it works in a way that you're also mobile and elusive, being a support while also dishing out damage. You may not be that tanky, but at least you have that order of chaos, brilliance. I mean, and you deal so much damage against your opponent. So she will pick up the mask as a full-fledged support now, at least for boss.
Yeah, and the funnel here will be focused onto Ling and
Yeah.
onto Esmeralda at the same time. We haven't seen
Um,
any masks being picked up just yet by these guys. But interesting to note, though, the Vietnamese counterparts here, they were starting as a five-man presence, heavy five-man presence in the river, in order for them to establish dominance over the Litho Wanderer, and then decided to disengage, go for the buffs. That's timing being disrupted there for the carries here, for the course of Bosskurr.
That's right. Okay. Additionally, I would say that this Natalia is going to be played as a core, like a side laner, but without masks. So this is just a two-mask setup, at least for Bosker. And I think there's going to be a clash in the middle. Seeing right now, it's a little some exchanges. 'Cause they want to go for the Baksha, but we know that Baksha is one of the strongest, one of the tankiest heroes out there. And this feels like a rotation to answer this grab take, but Lakes on the Ling will still get it, Nomad.
And now it's a complete disengage here by Vio. They're losing this rotation from Bosker. Lake's going to be forced to use the Tempest of Blades to escape the grasps of Alpine Leave there on that Popolin Koopa. But they do manage to secure a kill onto Fong Ni on that Atlas.
Yeah. Kaiser, though, wants to go for a little bit of an execution of the backlines, and again, damage is dealt. And Natalia will also be there to get maybe a supplementary kill. But under the turret will be exchanged. So that's a Kimi that they took down. They're happy with it. And in addition, they want to go for the Thams, and they did take out the Thams. So it's a 3-4-2 takedown. A support and a core for blue side now. Bosker want to go for the steal, but it was not secured, though, by Fonji on this Atlas. I hope I did not pronounce that incorrectly. Fong Ni. There you go.
Yeah, I guess it's going to be safer for us to, like, call out
Just
the
the same
heroes.
things, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
Because we don't want to offend any of our Vietnamese fans that are
That's
watching
right.
this. And as I say this,
Ooh.
Falling Star Moon, they're on to 3. Well, technically 3 because of Koopa, but still, that's a lot of bodies falling down here on the side of Vio, that was a good response there by Bosskurr. Immediately after the Falling Star move was initiated, they dove. The rest of the Bosskurr lineup just dove straight right in to ensure those 3 kills.
Whew. They're all in, and they know that they can surprise their opponents with all of the damage that they have. It might not be enough for Vio to react with their own stuns. Fatal Links, as good as it is as a stun, a group crowd control, it still has to pump up. I mean, it still needs to be casted for a while, and then you'll know what happens. There's the Fatal Links, and again, escape, but not gonna be the case. The turret is there. Lack of respect, actually, from Links. Too far forward, or maybe doesn't have much energy to actually get away, say, faster.
And because of that, that's going to be Ling out of the game, one unable to get any resources. Zaraki, though, trying to take down Alpenlieb. Alpenlieb will manage to survive there barely, and they will be paying the price here. So Zaraki actually manages to survive there. And a good disengage altogether there by Vio. And that will also be the bottom lane turret secured.
Bottom lane secured. That's what they want with the Kimi, and they weren't able to use the Kimi anyway, so that's the Jawhead. But obviously, in the next minutes, I would assume that Style of Me on this Kimi would really want to get their hands on turrets starting soon, because they donned the Popol and Koopa. And this is a hard lesson that we have to forget. When you are all-inning on the push, specifically with this Kimi Popol lineup, you definitely need to take down turrets as soon as possible. And maybe defend your turrets. That's what they're doing right now. Fortunately, that's a Jawhead. And Jawhead's one of the teams, one of the heroes that really good with this kind of lineup.
Yeah. And Vio will be taking map priority here in this game by shoving down all the tier 1 turrets. They have free reign over the jungle here of Bosskurr. Bosskurr will be able to retaliate on that. They just need to find an opening where Vio won't be in a good spot. And Zaraki, speaking of good spots, is poised to go into the back lines here and try to assassinate the Kimi.
But with 2 bodyguards, Kimi will be safe. On top, though, the crowd still against the Thamps. They commit the Tempest of Blaze, want to go for the Thamps, and they do have damage. And that's what they're never lacking at. Then again, with this Kimi and this Popol, they were able to take down the turtle. At least a trade-off that you would really prefer in favor of Vio. But with that kill on the turret, with the takedown on the turret, I mean, that's a better trade now for blue side, which is Bosskurr. More clashes going to happen, Nomad. Or will there be just disengages from both teams? I guess they will just go for disengages.
Yeah, playing it safe, that's what Bosskurr wants here, because they want to make sure that Lakes and Zaraki hits their spikes. And it's gonna be a while. We might see Lakes and Zaraki really be an impact as soon as we hit the 9th-minute mark. And moving forward, it's just safe place here for these guys.
Did I disconnect?
You did not. I think I was the one that got disconnected there.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, of course. We're the one controlling it. Silly me. Anyways, 9 kills already for Bosskurr. They have also amassed not much of a lead. This is interesting because even with like a 6-kill difference, they still don't have the best economic lead over their opponent. This tells us a lot about the economy, though. But then again, they will take down the Jawhead. Can they get more, though? Nomad, I'm not seeing clearly. Maybe you can narrate what is happening now.
I'm trying to figure out what's happening as well. My screen is kind of laggy, but that was a take onto Jawhead.
Yeah.
Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. We're from the Philippines, and we are connected to the servers here of the Malaysians and the Vietnamese. So, you know, there's that. It's not the best, but we're trying to deliver the best action as the maximum charge almost takes down Scott.
Yeah. Scott Samion, but that's a Baksha with Athena Shield. A little bit magic defense boots. And for sure, this is a hero that can really tank the damage from the Kimi. It's one of those heroes, Lolita and Baksha, heroes that really want to go up against Kimi. And they're happier facing the Kimi and happier receiving the damage from Kimi from nothing. and obviously that's not gonna be a kill. But with all of the economy, with all of the objectives, I mean, that Kimi was able to secure for the team, Dio is actually evening it up when it comes to the overall gold. It's just 1,000 gold lead, and with a 7 kill difference, you would argue that hey, we're doing okay if you're from VO. EXP as well, it's almost the same. They're actually leading. The red side is actually leading, so the funnel is still pretty much substantial, I would say, for the Kimi. A little bit of punishment here now for Scott Samian, so aggressive at this moment. We'll look at how tanky he is. It actually dodges the maximum charge, but Sakura is gonna be the one to receive that maximum charged rocket.
We're gonna be down to half HP as well, and really the Bosskurr. This isn't how I see how I saw Bosskurr play a couple of days ago. They were VO's being completely dominant in this game, unable to secure any foothold into the game aside from the top and bottom tier 1 turrets. VO is just able to just roll around freely here into the jungle of Bosskurr. And that, because of that, Lakes and
Kaiser.
Zaraki. Oh, speaking of Kaiser, yeah, Kaiser's gonna get Fatal Links, but that is going to be a trade for the top lane as Bosskurr secures a kill onto Thumbs. But VO will be pushing up here in the bottom lane.
Yeah, that's so quick, honestly, because that's the Kimi. It's the power that you get from this kind of lineup that every time you get kills, it's more than enough to actually take down turrets and go for objectives. And even the Lord is going to be threatened now by Style of Me, the Kimi. If they do so wish, if they feel confident, but knowing that this is a Natalia game, they don't really want to overcommit onto those objectives that might be turned around. That also said, with the retribution in effect for Lakes, the Ling, maybe the Kimi lineup will not be that confident into taking the Lord because it can be stolen away so easily with that retribution. So even after taking down the turret of bottom lane in a very good positioning around the Lord area, they will not oblige. Top lane though, just lane push pressure coming out from the Natalia, almost taking down the turret, but with Tams in there, able to defend. Nomad, it seems like they just want to poke at this point, but we'll see if somebody makes a mistake.
I mean, it's pretty much a stalemate here for the next 2 minutes. I feel like as soon as the 2 minutes are up, that's when the proper Lord take is going to start here, and I feel like it is going to be started by VO. But that being said, top lane's being pressured really, really well. Zaraki here will go ahead and silence everything. Silence up the Thumbs, allowing the kill to be secured there. Good follow-up by the Falling Star as well.
Bash is so tanky, just tanking for 4 members of his opponents. Finally falls. But have they committed so much? They are now being surrounded. Then again, the formation of Bosskurr at this point is not the best yet in terms of like team fights, but they can do assassinations now. They can poke, they can try to go for low-hanging fruits, but they will not get anything. There's the one though. The Joy is gonna be taken down. Kaiser found by Hong Ni, but Kaiser is gonna be able to run away too. So that's 2 for 1 actually, all over the map.
If you noticed the map earlier on, it was VO being able to just push up and take down Basha, but they were completely surrounded by the members of Bosskurr. And I think that is going to be how the game style is going to be. They're going to be coming in multiple fronts, and as I say that, the multiple fronts happen there by Natalia and Ling. There goes the Tempest of Blades, catching a lot of people low. Fatal Links will not be enough to deter this double kill from Lakes, and Lakes going to be backing off relatively healthy even though he was under the turret.
And it's going to be automatic for them to take down the Lord now with Retribution intact. They also have a lot of damage. I mean, the Ling, the Basha in there to tank the damage coming out from the Lord. And it's not like the Thams can steal this so easily. Thams, as good as a hero it is, it doesn't have like the innate way to steal lords like that, or maybe just contest them. Now, gonna be the purple buff, gonna be the point of contention, but it will be secured once again by the Ling. Taking it away from the Kimi is just as equally good as just getting that purple buff for themselves.
Looking at how the graph is, we're seeing a big spike in gold here by Bosskurr, not allowing them any chance, not allowing Vio any chance to come back into this game. Speaking of comebacks, no comebacks available here for the Thumbs. He's just going to be soaking up the damage that was thrown at him. And this top lane turret is going to go down.
Bottom lane, they would go for Scott Samyun with the Lord. Or who's protecting the Lord, actually? It probably is the Basha at this point. Lunox in there. Mid lane going to be pressured by Ling. Top lane, Natalia and Esmeralda is there. It's all out. Free for pronged attack coming out from Bosskurr. Mid lane, you have to be careful with this because Kaiser kind of feels that he wants to jump. Unfortunately, there will not be any casualties. Although I say that, Hong Li though jumps in.
Oh,
there is the ejector. Fatal links. I mean, sorry. Great. But of course, the defense coming out from the Basha. Esmeralda is going to be taken out though. So a lot of burst. And of course, the damage from the turret, combining it together to take down the Esmeralda. Nice jump, the fatal links. That's well done.
And that is Bosskurr equalizing the map and even putting a lot of pressure on the side of Vio. Mid lane turret is going to be the next viable objective here for the side of Bosskurr. They may just start pushing up, shoving up the top side and the bottom lane so that the attention of Vio here would be all over the place and they won't be able to answer any of these lanes properly.
See. Oh. Okay. Now, Lake Scott Samyun gonna be found by this Atlas. Atlas wants to focus on the link, but so hard to do that. And with the maximum charge not timed perfectly, that meant that the retribution was ready for Lakes. He's able to steal that buff once again. Not and Kimi at this point in the game, Nomad. I think purple buffs matter still for the Kimi because Kimi depends on the chemical transformation, or at least the first skill, and that is also dependent on energy, which is also helpful if you have that purple buff. And I tested this out. I mean, there's a lot more first kills that you can dish out just by having that purple buff. Like it's almost like almost 2 times, like 1.5 times that you can get out. And in the late game, that also matters a lot.
It completely does. Just having a lot more energy means that DPS is going to be a main thing. And with Bosskurr depriving...
My goodness.
With just Bosskurr depriving a Style of Me any chance to get the purple buffs, Kimi won't be as much of an impact in the game. I mean, it's still a Kimi. Kimi still hurts. Kimi can still dish out a lot of damage, but with a purple buff and an orange buff at the same time, that's when Kimi can start to hurt. And as I say, that mid lane is gonna go down.
Okay. Now blue buff, of course, retribution is ready. And it's almost telegraphed at this point. Now you have to take note, if you're Vio, you have to be scared of your bottom lane. Bottom lane, Natalia is going to be there to push. And Lakes maybe just to try and stop potential recalls out there. Counter push though in the middle. Style of Me, the Kimi. This is going to be much faster. Lakes in trouble. Tempest of Blade is going to be used just to run away. And they may have taken the bottom lane turret. Inhibitor. Nevertheless, Kimi, with the speed of takedown of turrets, was able to even it out.
And this is Zaraki just doing his job, pushing in on the side lanes and just not allowing Vio to have any chance of a breather here. But Zaraki may just pay the price, and he will. The wild charge is not the wild charge. The maximum charge is going to be connecting onto Zaraki to secure that kill. The annoying Natalia player onto Zaraki.
I like that Natalia just straight up just went downwards, not even tried for a zigzag play.
Yeah.
Because he knows he's gonna, no matter what happens, he's gonna die. Gonna be hit by that maximum charge. Now it's gonna be 4 versus 5, Nomad. And even when we are saying there's a big lead that Bosskurr already amassed with this problem that they have when it comes to taking objectives. It's gonna be an issue for them now getting into the late game, especially with the Lord areas. We are now lagging as Lunox also taken out from the left side of the map. That's top lane. Lake's in trouble. And yeah, not taken down yet. Still alive. Barely breathing. It's okay. As the turret up top we're gonna be falling down.
Yeah, and the falling star moon to secure the kill onto Alpenleave on that Popolin Koopa. Evens out the kills here in this game.
Yeah.
But the real question here is that who will be securing the Luminous Lord? That is a very, very crucial objective for both of these teams, considering the fact that there's already an open door towards the base of both of these teams.
Mm-hmm. Scary. So bottom lane, that's a harder lane to like answer compared to the mid lane. Just because of the fact that mid lane is just easier access to any part of the lane. You can go to the mid lane as quicker than you go to the bottom lane. But that's not a factor that probably teams are concerned with. What they are concerned now is that one lane is going to be pushing against us, but one lane is also pushing for us. And that means that the team that will take more advantage of that fact will almost win the macro battle. And if they play their cards right, they can go for like cheeky punishes, like maybe take down the Lord from the noses of their opponents, or maybe get another push to top lane or bottom lane, right? So
Yeah.
they have their cards now, Nomad. Let's see who plays them right.
And who's gonna be the poker face here, not reveal anything. Speaking of reveal anything, Zaraki and Lakes reveals themselves here onto Thumbs. That's gonna be Alpenleave trying to chase down this Ling, and you cannot, have you ever had an experience where you got chased down by the dog and you're right above a wall?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what Lakes was feeling there, because as soon as Alpenleave catches the Ling player, let's not go there just yet, because Sakura's gonna go down. Scott's gonna be next in line. We are experiencing some internet connectivity issues here. Natalia is gonna be joining in on the fight in the back lines, and this is not looking good for Bosskurr. They need to recall, and Natalia, I believe, is gonna try to go for a base race, but they are gonna be forced back because there's gonna be a minion push here into the mid lane. They need to start clearing up those soul minion there. Kaiser did a good job. He gets pulled down by the falling star mode. There goes the last insanity as well, but that is going to be the defense.
No minions now. Natalia should defend this. There's nobody who's gonna respond next. We're gonna go for the Kimi kill though, but it's gonna be duly punished now by the members of VO, and it should be over. Nobody responding, minions available, and Kimi in there to take out the base. For the longest time, it was an uphill climb for the Vietnamese squad. They didn't even get the lead until the ending clash, and they will reap the victories. It's all about Nomad. It's